Hello, Igor. First indeed. Hello, Mr. Tabright. I do like coffee a lot. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. The audio sounding okay? Should be, because I haven't changed anything last time. Wait a few minutes before people to come. Yeah, I usually do that. I've been waiting a little bit. I think it's fine. A couple of people will probably show up eventually. Fine. Give me a couple of minutes here. Just watched a video about what the Israeli army did in Jerusalem now. Okay, I have no idea. What's that about? I haven't seen any international news today. I've seen some Norwegian though. Yeah, I'm just gonna start off here by trying to optimize this a small bit. Hello, Philip. Welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah, I know why it's lagging. I'm not sure if I can make this whole mesh into nanite. Because I'm gonna use mesh paint on it, and nanite isn't supporting mesh paint at the moment. It actually seems to be okay. What are you going to do today? A little mix of different things, I guess. I don't have a specific plan, but it's the beginning of Titanic week, so I figured I should do some relevant development on the project. So, firstly, I'm gonna optimize the scene a little bit. Then I'm going to texture this object. And after that, we'll see how I'm feeling. Maybe we'll do something in here. I don't know. Happy Easter if you celebrate it. Thank you, Philip. And you as well. I had a great Easter. How big is this mesh even? Okay, so this is probably the reason why I was lagging, right? You always don't have a plan? I do have a plan, I just don't have like a structured plan of every single thing I'm gonna do on stream, because I usually take the stream I don't know the proper word for it, but I'm kind of doing it as I go. I also think that's kind of chill, because I don't want to be attached to like just one thing. I need to get this one thing done today. Stuff like that. It's a mixture though. So we can definitely make this nanite, though it's probably not gonna help one bit. So it's already running a lot better. Definitely because this was my whole ground mesh, and I just made it nanite, so that definitely helped. Sure, like me. Yeah, so you'll also like to take it chill, just think things as they come. That's landscape, I believe. Oh, not mean to do that. Okay, so this is already nanite. How are you today, Herman? I'm doing fine. I'm both excited and kind of don't want to go back to work, having the Easter off. But I mean, it's still good to go back to work, I think. Because I'm not sure if this is a shading error or it's because I changed to nanite. Frame rate is really bad. It is. That's what I'm trying to fix here. How are you, Philip? Hello, Dante, I'm guessing. For school, we need to learn both Unity 5 and Unity at the same time. Oh wow, both of them. My head is exploding at the moment. I can't imagine. It's a huge task to just learn one of them. Why do you have to learn both, though? This seems unnecessary. Well, I guess like an introduction to both would be useful. But like a deep dive into both seems kind of unnecessary to me. Feeling fine, I guess. Yeah, so it's one of those days. We need to learn Unreal for game design and Unity for programming. Does not make sense at all. I guess I can kind of see it. I mean, Unity is great for Unreal is great for getting quickly into game design. Unreal's got its own programming stuff, but I mean, if you learn blueprints in Unreal, it doesn't really help you with programming in other softwares, whereas Unity's programming can also help you in other softwares. So I definitely get that view of it, but at the same time, why not just learn Unreal, use C+, or just Unity? Seems kind of weird. I learned a valuable lesson. A powerful computer won't save you from a bad frame rate. It does though. I do understand what you're saying about outmassing and stuff, but do remember this is a game engine. This is not the game. When you package a game, you're going to get like at least double the frame rate and double the, because then it's all pre-packed. In the game engine, it's all loaded in real time, ahead of time as well, so you have the ability to actually change it. Once it's packaged into a game, you don't need to change it, so then it's going to be a lot better optimized. And for a scene with this, having around 60 FPS is not bad at all. If you look at the wireframe here and all the different stuff streaming in, this is not bad at all. Also, I have 4K textures on almost everything. Understand me, and that's so perfect. I don't need to explain anything. Yeah, so all I did now was I just changed a couple of meshes from regular meshes to nanites. I can do that with most stuff, but as you may know, nanites also has its limitations. Take a moment and appreciate how much Sherman is trying and making so much good progress on content. Thank you. That is very nice of you to hear, to say. I mean, I don't think I haven't done that much recently, and also this level here has just stayed the same for 2 months now, I think. But thank you. I am trying to both make good content for YouTube and also progress the game at the same time. Also, this water here is way too blue. Let's see if we could change that. What's the current version of the engine? I'm still using 5.1, but 5.2 should be just around the corner, I believe. There's like a demo thing of 5.2. But I'm not gonna head over to that just yet. Is this one? Okay, that's better. It's way too much foam though. New material system? Yeah, there's a new material system coming to 5.2. I haven't really checked that out too much. Looks complicated. I'm hoping it's not. But it should be fun to experiment with some new stuff. Oh, this is dynamic foam. Never mind. This should be it. There we go. That's much more natural looking. It really helped me to gather the courage to start programming. So I'm very happy to hear that. That is definitely one of my goals. Like as small as my audience is, I definitely enjoy if I can make a little kick in the... I don't know how you will say it in English, but we do have this saying in Norwegian, a little kick in the butt. Which essentially just means it's gonna drive you a bit further. What I just said didn't make any sense, but yes, I am hoping to inspire some people to get into not just game design, but design in general, and using their creativity. So I'm very happy to hear that, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely better, it's just too blue. Well, why do you have 3 content browsers on top? I like to have 3 content browsers, especially if I'm working with level design, because I can have one folder with the levels, maybe one folder with, I don't know, some blueprints, and another folder with 3D models or anything. So yeah, that's why. That's a bit more natural. Creativity is the most important thing and personality to have in your life. I agree. But I also don't think everyone doesn't need to be creative. But if you have that, I'm not gonna call it a gene, but if you do have that drive to create something for others to enjoy, I really think you should take advantage of that and actually do something with it. That is something that actually took a long time for me to realize, because I always kept like my creation secret because I thought it was kind of weird, because I was making things and other people weren't making things, So I just always thought I was the weird kid. So I just kind of suppressed it. Well, I didn't suppress it, but I never showed off my work. So that is definitely something I'm working on to try to be more proud of something you create. Good plan if you don't have a lot of them. To what exactly? Because I was just rambling now. I totally forgot what I was even talking about. Sorry. Not just myself. I don't know how we feel build. Yeah, definitely. Oh yes, sorry, Mrs. Tyrant. Of course, the content browsers. Sorry. Good plan if you don't have a lot of them. Yeah, I usually don't have more than 3 though. But I don't know, for some reason I've always just kept 3. Yeah, so this is kind of the boring work. Selecting one model at a time. I can like multi-select them, but then I'm gonna have to deselect everything else. Which is even more time consuming. So we're just gonna stay with this. Actually, I might just combine this into a singular model. Do you already have gameplay in mind, or just recreating it as accurately as possible and do the story later? No, I'm writing the story at the side, but I also have like different characters and what kind of gameplay I want. But that's gonna take a bit more time to flesh out properly. But I do know that either way how I design the game, there's specific levels I'm definitely gonna have. So that's why I can work on this level non-destructively, I guess. Is the ocean reflective? Yes. I don't remember because in 5.1 there was this new thing. But the water is definitely reflective. I haven't really changed much of the reflective settings though, so it can definitely be adjusted for sure. Hello, Mr. Spark. How are you doing? I'm doing very good. How are you doing, Mr. Spark? Glad to have you here. Looking good so far. Thank you. It's definitely coming along. What was I just doing? God damn it, I deselected. God damn it. I was just selecting the windows and I just deselected them. Right. There's definitely better ways to do this. Howdy, pardon. Howdy, howdy. Thank you for showing up. Who else agrees that Tormund should make a stream when he's making the story? I mean, to some degree, I guess I can. But at the same time, when I'm writing, because like when I'm working on stuff like this, I can talk at the same time. But when I'm writing and like developing the concepts, it's really hard for me to focus on multiple things at the same time, especially when I'm talking with chat and stuff. So I can definitely do like a brainstorming thing, kind of throw ideas up in the air on stream. But writing and streaming, I think is going to be a problem, at least to me. Are they merged now? They are. Cool. Hello, Savakar. Welcome. Welcome. Glad you're here. Will you use the car from T90? Oh, from Titanic 97. They definitely did have a car. I'm not gonna use. I'm not gonna rip off the car from the movie because I do believe the real car was somewhat different. So I'm gonna try to make like the actual car, even though if it's similar to Titanic or not, doesn't really matter. This is what sucks when making a level that's where the objects are not like totally aligned to the rotations. So now I'm gonna have to manually adjust this thing. It's going to be interesting. That's close enough. How much VRAM does a shipped game use? Have you checked? I guess U5 is not very optimized. It uses a lot. I have not tried to package this project, but I packaged a lot of other projects, and I haven't had like specific issues with it. I guess there's some. I mean, it's definitely going to be heavier than, I don't know, Roblox, but I think that entire process is gonna come later. I'm gonna have to do a lot more testing on that and figure out what kind of hardware the players are gonna use. This game still is years from release, so technology is gonna, sorry, technology is definitely going to improve by then. So I don't know, we'll see. I thank you for coming, Mr. Tabright. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, man. I tried to package an empty UEFI project in an empty level. It uses 3.1 gigs of VRAM. Yeah, but I think if you added to that level, it's not going to build up too much, I believe, because that sounds like that a lot of the background stuff for a actual level to be built and loaded. I don't know, maybe some prerequisites or something. Like as I said, this game is years down the line, so I'm gonna have to figure that out eventually though. But thank you for telling me, because it's definitely a important aspect to think about. Guys, I'm a fan of the Titanic and I want to play this while I'm a kid. Will I have a Lego Titanic? So will it have, or you built a half of it? Yeah, that's real cool. Well, welcome Godzilla. Me and my brother-in-law also built the Titanic Lego a couple of weeks back. Well, last week I think it was. So it's a really fun set to build. I had a lot of fun with it. Now there's just one mystery in chat. I just want to see how the windows look. Like the ceiling windows, how they look from the inside. The collision here is messed up, as you can tell. Yeah, it's because I turned the floor into nanite, so it messed up the collision. Can't really tell that there's windows there, can you? No. Let's make those windows a bit more windowy. Is it even... It is definitely a window. Well, like a reflective. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess too much with this. I just want to see if I can get some more decent glass here. It needs an HR. Why? Anyways, it doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of her. Is there a running animation too? Yeah, but this dude I'm having here is just like a placeholder. Show me the SS City of New York. I'll do in a bit. It's a outdated model. Perhaps building the lighting will bring them out a little more. This scene is gonna have mostly dynamic lighting. But I'm not gonna mess too much with the lighting just yet. You can increase the roughness temperature, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess too much with the glass, to be honest. I want to play this game so badly. Well, I'm sorry to say it's gonna take a couple of years. It's definitely got a long way ahead of it, but definitely hyped about it. I guess dirt will build up on the edges of the glass and like the rain stuff. Yeah, but that's. I guess we're definitely gonna have to add some like dirt to it. But I'm not gonna focus too much on it because, I mean, who's gonna look up into the ceiling when? Yeah, when I'm gonna change it a little bit. Are you planning to use lumen or baked light? Well, lumen and baked light can work together. But I'm guessing you meaning like static lighting or dynamic lighting. So I'm gonna use mostly stationary, I'm guessing. Like exterior scenes like this are different because they need to be dynamic. So the sun is gonna be dynamic, but stuff like torches and lights and stuff are probably gonna be stationary. And stationary is just a mix between dynamic and static. Just a couple of years. I would say I agree that glass is a waste of time, yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit of dirt to it, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it. What did you want to put in there? What do you mean? Yeah, so gonna do some texturing now. I'm gonna texture this thing, which I've forgotten what it's called. I just called it a rail border. I can't for the life of me remember the name of it. But it's this thing that the passengers use to board. You went up these stairs here, and there's like a platform going into the ship from here. What did you want to put in there in the building? I'm not too sure because I need to research this area a lot more. But I'm definitely gonna stack up this area with a lot of bags and stuff the passengers are bringing with them. I also think there's like a ticket registry here, so that you need to register your ticket. Probably gonna have some collectibles here and there. Where do you create models in Blender? I've used 3ds Max for 8 years now, but I'm trying to learn Blender instead because 3ds Max is so expensive. So I'm trying to learn Blender, but it's super boring to learn new software. Which is why I'm gonna texture today, because I don't need to even try to open a Blender. Also, I got this reference document. So here we can see like the. I'm sure I've shown this to a lot of you already, but I'm guessing there's a couple of new guys in chat here. So this is like the inside of this train arrival station thing. So you can see like how many bags and stuff it would actually be in here, and just flooded with people. This is a great one. So like the players are gonna go through here and navigate between corners and people and baggage, stuff like that. How much are you programming and making game designs for? Are you asking me how much I charge or how long I've been doing it? Because I've been doing it professionally for 7 years. But I've also made like small games when I was a kid. But it's not really anything to brag about. How long, right? So yeah, 7 years professionally, but I started messing around with RPG Maker when I was 9 or something. And I was also modding a lot. I was modding Pokemon, Portal, Half-Life. So very early I got the, like I knew I wanted to work on games. That picture looks like optimization to me. Oh, for sure, for sure. It's a lot of stuff here. I'm very curious as to how I'm gonna do the people. I'm gonna use metahumans for the main characters and the characters you interact with, but I don't think I can use metahuman on every single human unless they update it, because metahuman is horribly optimized. Metahumans is good, but will reduce your FPS by so much. Right now, yeah, but I do believe and hope that in the future they will optimize it a lot better. Because they do have an amazing system for LODs and stuff. The problem is it just doesn't freaking work at the moment. I think the people would make the game very buggy because there's a lot of people in that building. Yeah, but the people are gonna be stationary. Like, I'm going to carve out a path for the player. In a way, so it's just going to be a solid collision, but the people have animation and just waiting for ship to sail or something. But do you have character design screen or is it a ready-made characters? I think... Good question. I do think it's going to be a finished character. That might change, I'm not sure. But I do think so, yeah. You can use instance static meshes for the faraway people and change them to skeletal meshes as the player approach. Like, yeah, for sure. Like, LODs is gonna be heavy in use here. Also loading zones, different level loading. A lot of stuff to do here. Alright, so this here is the platform right here. So I'm just gonna load this up because I'm gonna steal a couple of materials from it. Well, it's not really stealing because I did texture this one as well. But yeah, I'm gonna use some of the materials for this one. And I do have some good reference images of... if somebody knows the name of this, please tell me. Because I've completely forgotten. I'm just gonna call it the rail border. Because it's a boarding building and it's on rails. Yeah, so let's find some good images there. So it's really known for its like Dordi Nicolaj. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, so Dante is calling it the gangway, but I think gangway might be correct, but I think it's something more specific than a gangway. You know what? Let's take this to the internet. Because I'm not getting that specific thing except for here. Class gangway. I mean, the name doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think the railboard is quite a term. It's like a boarding platform. Yeah, it's something boarding something. Never mind, the gangway is the plank between... Yeah, right, so like the gangway platform thing. Yeah. No, boarding is correct, not border, like boarding. They're boarding the ship. Okay, anyways. I keep talking myself out of this all the time. Yeah, so it's heavily recognized by its like orange wooden heights, I guess. And not much else is known about it. Well, it's not being properly documented. I've never found a picture from the interior. I know it probably only had one staircase here. Probably. But I put 2 in, because to me that seemed more like optimized for getting people on board. Hello, King Right. Welcome. Glad you're here, man. It's going really good. I'm about to texture this thing we don't know the name of. We're just calling it a rail border at the moment. Yeah, so I'm not too sure if they had 2 or 1, but as I've stated before, I'm not gonna make it 100% realistic. I'm gonna make it as realistic as my game needs it to be. And people are not gonna care if there's freaking 1 stair or 2 stairs. Anyways, let's start, I guess. So it's been a while since I modeled this, but I do remember that I split the model up into different materials. I think the easiest to begin with would be like the metal frame down here. I care. Okay, I'm sorry. You're not gonna get your opinion heard this time. It's already looking nice. Thank you. I'm definitely happy with the modeling of it, but I'm excited to see how it looks with textures. The true name is Gangway for sure. Just looked it up for you. Okay, I'll put it in the freaking setting. You can when you open the settings, you can have the rail board is gonna be 2 stairs or 1 stairs. That's gonna be a setting in there just for you guys. Yeah, it might be gangway. I'm still gonna call it the rail border. I've spent way too much time just talking about this now. Okay, let's start. So I'm gonna start with a metal frame down here, which is just steel, I believe. It's a bit of steel, a bit of bolts, some stickers. I'm gonna do that with decals later. And I've also noticed, because I do have this sexy material for steel, because it seemed at this time a lot of the steel they were using, or the metal, was really green. It had this greenish tint to it. I'm not a construction expert, so I'm not too sure why, but that's at least what I noticed. Permanent 10 minutes later, I'm gonna stop now. I'm sorry, okay? I like talking. Oh, this should be that material, I believe. Please tell me I can copy it. Maybe I've already done it, actually. No, doesn't look like it. I can create a smart material out of it, though. What are you on about? I do have a gantry steel here. Oh, it's a smart material. I'm stupid. Where is it though? There we go. Chat GPT says it is a passenger boarding bridge or jetway. The chat GPT is stupid, so let's call it gangway anyway. Yeah, it's something along the lines of that. You're not stupid, you're just a bit clumsy. Oh, I'm very clumsy. Okay, I'm just gonna set the mood here a little bit with some background. Keep in mind, it's also been a long time since I worked in Substance Painter. So I'm gonna try to find like a relevant outside photo, at least with some decent enough lighting. Have you created all the material in Substance Painter, or is it coming with the app? There's a lot of materials that are built into the software, but like this gangway one I have made, and I made some plank stuff and some wood. So like if I have one material like this steel here are gonna be present in a lot of different models, you can create like a pre-built shader for it in a way. Herman made it sound like a French guy. Oh. Well, I did it unintentionally. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff to this. Oh, I forgot one thing. We need to bake this. Because when we're baking it, we're gonna get the information from the edges and the curvature, and that's gonna make it a lot easier for us to build up scratches on the edges, dust in the corners, stuff like that. So hotter. See, like here, now we're getting it a lot better. We get like the stuff in the edges there, like grime and dirt building up. I'm gonna change this a little bit. We can build up some more rust if we want to. This is why I love Substance Painter. It's not just like a painting tool. It's actually based on math. You can do so much crazy stuff with it. Before I got to the stream, one of my friends sent me a video of how to be funny, so I watched it. I don't know if it worked. Well, you're getting there. A bit more work now. So I definitely don't think this is gonna be too rusty. It's definitely been there for a couple of years, but it's not gonna be super rusty. Like, these are one of the best reference photos I got. And these are from the movies, which isn't even that accurate. I just kind of want like a little small splotches of rust here and there. Also, we can up this to a 4K texture, I believe. Am I lagging now? Or is it fine? Because I tend to lag a bit when I'm using Substance Painter. Also, I'm having Unroll up at the same time. So it looks so much better now. So I'm definitely gonna export it in 4K. I also want to change the colors a little bit there. When I subscribed to you, you had 1,000, I think, subscribers, and now you have 2,000. That's a long way down. Yeah, my subscriber count exploded after my previous video, which was really surprising. Well, it didn't explode, but I got like 250 subscribers over 3 days, I believe. And that's a lot to me. So I'm definitely super hyped about that. It's also really motivating to keep working on this. If you haven't noticed already, I'm not particularly good at talking and working at the same time, but I'm trying. Because I kind of want to break up the colors there a bit. Oh yeah, oof, it's lagging a lot when I'm using 4K textures there. Also, I'm having 2 instances of Substance Painter. Substance Painter. I'm gonna switch it back to 2K here. Gonna make a little detail for me in the game, make a French guy somewhere in the game. Like a collectible or something. I definitely do have plans to include like supporters in the game, like small Easter eggs. I subscribed because of that video. It is really impressive work for a sole developer. Thank you, Dante. That's very nice to hear, and I'm glad the work pulled off. No, that's definitely wrong. Well, I'm glad my work is getting noticed. That is also always very nice. Hello, Connor. Welcome. I'm glad you're here, man. We're finally doing a Titanic stream now. I know you've been waiting for that. The rust really popped when I changed the color, didn't it? I'm also a perfectionist, so like I want a deep blue color, but not too blue. I want it kind of dark but light at the same time. Let's try to do this. Yeah, I think that's good. Anyways, after I'm done texturing it, we're gonna put it in the game and we're gonna see how the textures interact with the light, and then we're gonna definitely go back, change the stuff, a couple of stuff up. I think it's too dark. It may be. That's one thing that's very hard to do in Substance Painter, because you don't have proper lighting here. I do like this lighting here though. If I turn down the opacity. Yeah, I like this view mode a lot. So we're gonna put the color. I was just to say we're gonna put the color a bit on hold, but I have to change it a bit more. There, okay. Well, we'll put it there. I'm perfectionist too. I think most creative people are. Creative, not created. Okay, yeah, so the dirt there is super weird. Definitely gonna change that. We can actually... I'm gonna keep it like this, but I'm gonna add a additional mask to it. So what that means is basically now I can paint the intensity of what we just saw. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard for me to explain everything I'm doing while I'm working. But now we're gonna definitely get more variation. The plastic bit down here. So it looks so unified on the connection points. Connection points. Not too sure what that is, but it might help if I change the mask here. I just kind of want something, maybe rust. It's definitely more varied. It's kind of the same thing we had earlier, but a bit more varied. Also, I feel like this should be more reflective. Probably because it doesn't have any actual thing to reflect there. Yeah, we can see the reflection a lot better here. I think I need to do like the rust is dropping, not just like on the other edges, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I do know what you mean, but at the same time, I don't want too much rust. I'll take a look into that. Hello, Sas, welcome. So I definitely think this is too rough. It looks too beaten up. Kind of looks abandoned, you know. What are you texturing there? I'm texturing this thing. Oh. The thing that leads the passengers to the ship. I'm just trying to figure out what is causing all of these like the destruction thing. Like all these scratches here, I can't seem to find. Don't do too much rust because it looks like it's not being maintained. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm trying to also remove a lot of these scratches here. You don't look concerned with that FPS drops. I'm shocked. Not at all. I'm having one instance of Unreal Engine 5 and 2 instances of Substance Painter up at the same time, and that is a lot for a computer to handle. Like, I'm guessing Substance Painter is even more resource heavy than Unreal Engine. So no, that's completely normal. Yeah, I was trying to... I can't for the life of me figure out where those scratches are coming from. Okay, so this is a lot of them. So let's remove that. Like, you come to a certain point where there's just too much detail as well. And OBS running, yeah, and I'm streaming the whole thing as well. Maybe that's a part of the texture? I don't think so, because it's just a base color. Oh, right. It's a freaking fill. Yeah, okay. I found the culprit. I mean, it definitely wouldn't be super clean, but at the same time, it wouldn't be completely destroyed either. Why not export it into the engine and tweak it inside the engine by parameters? Yeah, I'm gonna do that whole process when I'm done with the whole model. Now I'm trying to make it decent enough for like inside here. Then I'm putting the whole model with the textures in Unreal Engine. And then I'm gonna tweak the textures and re-export them, and yeah, just a color change, stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do eventually. I would like to donate, but I can't right now. Not a problem, man. You do not need to donate at all. Do you know any free alternatives to Substance? Not the thing Epic bought, and that you can only use for free with Unreal. I know there's a couple, but I can't remember the names. I don't know specifically a texture editor like this one, but I mean, you can do it in Blender and stuff if you really want to. But no, I'm actually not sure, unfortunately. Also, I do need to save this. So I'm still gonna call it a rail border. Yeah, I'm sorry, Saz. I'm actually not too sure. Um, but Substance isn't too expensive nowadays. I also thought it was really expensive, but it's not too bad actually. I think we got enough for this steel thing for the moment. So let's do some wood, I guess. I also do have a really good wood texture as well. I'm really a big fan of the wood behind here. Like this kind of thing. So I'm probably just gonna take that and change it a little bit. Herman, what are those classes in your Discord server? It's not properly set up yet, but I'm working on like a membership kind of thing on YouTube. So that membership is just reflected onto the Discord. It doesn't really make a difference in Discord, at least yet. But on YouTube, like my members, it's like a monthly price. It's like the new thing YouTube made, and my members are gonna get like different kind of perks, like being mentioned at the end of each video, getting videos early, stuff like that. I'm not done with it yet because I'm not at that point at the moment. This is just for the future, to make it easier for people to support me and for me to actually develop games and content, essentially. There is armor paint, which is 19 bucks one time with free updates. I've never heard about armor paint. Yeah, I was getting the wood from here. There's just a walnut wood. But, let's just make something new. Actually, I do think I want to make the yellow panels first, because I do have a good idea about how I want them to look. And also how they could have looked, of course. But it's gonna be some creative freedom here. All we know is that they're orange, and I believe they're wood panels. It's 150 euro for Substance, which is cheap for companies. I think it's free for students. You can definitely get some free stuff as a student, but I'm not paying 150 euro a month at all. So it's cheaper than that. I think I'm paying around. I may be wrong. Around 30 euro a month. That you need to pay, right? The membership. Yeah, like the memberships are going to be monthly paid. But I'm not setting that stuff up just yet. I think it's way too early for me to do that. Substance on Steam. I'm trying to put that. Because I'm using Adobe. Because Adobe bought Algorithmic, which has made Substance better. Anyways, let's make these wood panels. So I'm just gonna test around with some different stuff. I definitely think it's something along the line of this. Obviously not, like I think this is painted over, so we're not gonna see like the stuff in the wood as good. But again, my reference images are horrible. Not a fan of software subscriptions and definitely not Adobe in general. Yeah, not I wasn't either, but it got bought by Adobe, so I kind of had to change. And I just really love Substance Painter, so I just kind of went with it. Yes, it's my moderator. Are you using Substance 3D Collection or just Substance texturing? Check that up. I'm using Substance 3D Painter. I can quickly check like my subscriptions here. I'm not gonna show that on stream though, in case there's some stuff there. Yeah, so I'm being billed about €20 a month. And I'm using Substance 3D texturing. That's my plan. Like my plan in Adobe. How did you become his moderator? It's essentially because Sat was one of the earliest supporters of mine, and he was always in my comment section, always in my live streams, and yeah, we took a call and he became my mod. You should make a game with the RMMB Oceanic bird. I'm pretty sure I got my hands full with this project already. Now just to find the correct color. It's going to be... It's hard to tell if it's the yellow or orange. Too much about it. Speaking of having your hands full, do you still plan on trying a Godot one day? Sorry if I'm going on the nerves. No, don't worry. I do want to try it out, but I don't know how I would potentially do that. Because I mean, it's so different from what I know. Like, yeah, I'm a game designer, but I'm not like a traditional programmer. I know blueprints, and that's pretty much it. So what do you do as a mod? Ban sex bots? That's pretty much it. No, but, it's not too much to do right now, but it's also like proving, future-proofing. So like, because my Discord has just recently, it has grown like a lot. So it's always good when I'm not online to like ban hackers or account spamming. It's always good to have a couple of people that can help me out with that. I think this looks okay. Hello, Victor. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome. It's very interesting, Dauntless. Why did it stop being in production, I guess? Well, not production, but... Why did it... I'm so sorry. Why did it get cancelled? Make it a bit darker. Are you planning to be hiring more mods? I don't think at the moment, because I think 2 is more than enough, because as I said, it's basically the only thing they do is ban sex bot in my live streams. Maybe you could try to recreate a mechanic from the Titanic game, or something like... Oh, you're thinking about in Godot. Maybe if you do a game jam one day, you could make your entry in Godot. Yeah, I definitely want to try out Godot sometime. So it's gonna have to be something like that, yeah. Hello, ex Marcos Navigator. Welcome. We're getting huge frame drops here. As I said, it's just because we're texturing this. I'll be fair for all because you will probably know the theme before everyone else. True. That will be a challenge to you. Yeah, that is true. I'm sorry, but I need to go. No problem, Philip. I'm glad you stuck around for as long as you did. And I'll definitely see you in the next one, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna rotate this. I think that makes a lot more sense. So this is the pattern. I'm also gonna rotate this, and I'm gonna turn the hardness down, so we can like barely see it being under there. Yeah, see you, Philip. Play a recap of the game on my page and I watch it. Titanic's so interesting and I'm really glad you're making a game about it. Thank you, Minji, and I really appreciate the support. Have you worked on the gameplay features? Do we have anything in mind? Yes, that is basically what I'm rewriting at the moment, because the other concept I had was way too big for one person to complete. So yeah, I'm working on it, but it's still not finished. These things right here annoy me. Rotate that as well. Actually, I don't. Hello, Slagoons. Welcome. Titanic again. You damn right. It's Titanic week. Roll. For an assignment, we need to model a World of Warcraft weapon. That's such a cool assignment. God damn, why didn't I get that in school? I asked my teacher what is important for that style, and she said, what did you say? I never played it. Oh, she said she never played the game. Wow, okay. That's a good teacher. Well, the cool thing about World of Warcraft is obviously like the stylized model. Well, the stylized method. So that's... I can definitely imagine that being a... Sorry. Being a challenge for you guys. Any plans to make a game with the Olympic? Nope. She's barely gotten any more attention. Yeah, I agree, but after I'm done with this game, I'm probably gonna do something completely different. Like Titanic is my... Is it what I know the most about? What I want to make a game about, so it is unfortunately only going to be Titanic. Well, we might get a mention of Olympic or something, I don't know. We're not going in, but on our RV trip next month, we're visiting the Titanic Museum in Tennessee, where the building is the front part of Titanic. Oh yeah, I've seen some video of that. That looks really cool. Sounds like we also need to greet them. Of course, you always gotta greet Slackers. I'm never gonna get happy with the color here. I think this is okay enough. I do want to add some dust though. That's a horrible mask. I really like this one. Make it black. Turn up the roughness. Turn down the opacity. And there we go. I think it looks more like beige than yellow in the picture, if I'm not mistaken. That's probably correct. But yeah. Now you just made me restart the color. Anyways, I'll keep it like this. Herman, can you give a short review of Substance? 10 out of 10. Well, no, obviously, but I haven't really tried any other texturing tools like this, so I'm not too sure. Like, I really like it, but that's mostly because I've gotten used to it and I've learned it over the couple of years. How realistic do you plan to make the game? I'm gonna make it realistic, but I'm not going to focus so extremely much on the small details. I'm going against myself since I spent 15 minutes adjusting a freaking window that you don't see. But yeah, I'm gonna make it as realistically as it needs to be for the story to progress. This is not going to be a historical recreation of the ship at all. It's going to be, it's more focused on telling the story of the ship and not showing you everything 100% realistically. This is just no way I can do that alone. Try to extinguish a wax fire. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm confused. I'll let you. Let us know how the fire went. Let's not talk about the windows. I agree. I really hope I made this. Shit, it doesn't look like it did. God damn it. Some of the like planks are misaligned. Maybe we're gonna have to get a little smart with the wood here. You may have already answered this, but what do you use the model? I used 3ds Max for a lot of years, but recently I'm trying to learn Blender, since it's free and it seems to be a lot more resources out there to actually learn and do cool stuff in Blender. So I definitely want to learn Blender. So that's what I'm trying at the moment. Bye, Philip. Thank you for stopping by. Model looks really great. Thank you. I made it a while ago. And I also did kind of texture it, but I think I deleted the texture because I wasn't happy with it. Sorry, there was a huge spider here, so I missed out on your review, but did you say anything else than 10 out of 10? Oh no, you're making me paranoid. I hope there's not freaking spiders here. I just killed one yesterday. I said it's a very hard thing to answer because I've used it for so long that I love it. I don't think there's too many other like good options, but again, I'm not sure because I haven't researched it. The UV mapping on some of these, yeah, I know. But I don't want to redo it. This is, you know, when you're working and you say that's gonna be fine, that's a problem for future me. This is future me right now. But I think we maybe can get away with it. Because it may also just look like worn wood or something. I mainly use Maya because I went to school for animation, but I switched to Blender and I'm currently learning the model, so far it's pretty simple and easy to use. Yeah, Blender seems to be pretty straightforward to learn, but I just hate learning Blender. I've tried so many times now, so I always kind of don't do it. That's just some different texture in the wood because they use different wood types. Yes, thank you. If you have your pawn set up ready, can you show it if it's okay? I'm curious. It's just a pre-made pawn, and as you can see, Unreal is not really cooperating right now because of Substance Painter in the background. Let's see. But it's just, I'm just using, what's it called, ALS? Advanced Locomotion System. It's like a free plugin asset kind of thing to Unreal. Okay, I should not have pressed play. Yeah, I'm gonna show you after I'm done texturing. So let's find out the color of the wood. It's just a standard wood, it seems. It seems to be darker, like quite a lot darker. I actually don't think this is too bad. Like this. I'm gonna switch back to 4K here. Yeah, it really doesn't want to cooperate. Oh, 4K, that's so much better. There's something off with the interior here, but I may actually redo the interior in Unreal Engine. Because, yeah, I know, I'm just not completely happy with this. Looks sort of weird, but I don't have any interior shots of this. God. Yeah, I'm just gonna do like the overall texture right now, I'm thinking. Then I can go in and do more specific tweaks later. Also the roof here. I want to do a similar roof as I did here. Because I'm also pretty sure that's what it was. I think I remember seeing that in some image. Yeah, it's sort of similar. Alright, thank you for stopping by, Dante. Have a good night. Is a bottleneck your GPU or your RAM? Probably my RAM. Like Substance and Unreal takes so much RAM. I think this can work. I just need to change it a little bit. I do like this though. Like it looks old-fashioned, if that makes sense. It's amazing how much materials have models. Yeah, I know, right? That's why I really love texturing. It's so much fun to see like your model come to life. Super fun. Okay, so now we got the floor. The floor is messed up because I'm using some shared UVs here, and the baking kind of ruined that. So I'm probably gonna have to remove the baker. Yeah, there we go. It is a shame though. I have no idea what to add here. Freaking wood. What did I call that wood material though? Yeah, but this one is a good one. Right. Gonna be a bit messed up here anyways, but like I'll probably fix this up in Unreal somehow. Add some additional planks around here or something. I'll figure something out. One thing we need to change, however, is this under here. I'm gonna have to make this into like a metal structure. So there is a somewhat widespread theory that it was actually the battleships that sunk the Titanic and not the iceberg. I don't know much about it. I doubt it. I know there's a lot of weird theories out there. I don't know too much about all the theories, but a lot of them are crazy. Most of them are crazy. looks clean, but what happened to the topology of the bottom supports? I don't remember. It's been so long since I modeled this. Is it that bad though? Like, what were you referring to here? Because it's, yeah, it's jagged, and it's not. I would definitely want it to be more high poly. And also this weird thing I did inside here, it's kind of. Also, this floor here is not doing it for me either. What is this though? The big plane parts are, yeah, right. I'm not too sure what I was thinking, to be honest. It's been a while. Ooh, kind of like this though. That was unintentional, but it looks cool. Kind of remove it though, because I kind of want to remove it. Oh, it's probably shared, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so this has to stay like that. At least for now. How did I set up this UV map? So bad. Okay, it's just gonna have to stay like this. How to explain where it is? Yeah, I got you. I got you. And I'm so confused about this UV map here. There's this weird thing in the middle here. So I said I'm just gonna have it be like this, and once I probably learn unwrapping, I'm gonna go in and fix a lot of the issues there. It's pretty easy to import to Blender and just automap it again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with this eventually. But I'm not gonna do that just now. You know what? Screw this thing here. It does not make sense at all just having just like a metal platform everything is on. I'm just gonna have it like that. I don't care. Again, not now. I'm gonna fix it eventually. But I just don't really want to do that right now. It's looking awesome. Some of it is. I just wished past me would do a better job at the unwrapping. But yeah, thank you. I'm also gonna do a very simple stair here. I might actually just use some mega scans for the stairs eventually. So I'm just gonna add some very basic stairs. The first iteration of it is done. But again, this is not 100% done. There's a lot of stuff I want to change about this, but at least now it's at the point that we can put it into our scene. Let's export the textures. Okay. Everything except the last, maybe 4K. Is 4K necessary for everything? I don't know. We'll see. I think it looks really great. Hope that you can show it in the game later. Yeah, oh, we're gonna do that right now. So I'm excited as to how it's going to react to the lighting and the rest of the environment. Naming conventions. So we're gonna have to create some custom materials now. Because I do have like a master material I'm using to create all my materials, at least not all of them, but some of them. Or else like categorize if it's on the boat train, the ship, or in Southampton. So this is then gonna be south. Rail border. And 1, 2, 3, I guess. Sure it's located. Okay. There we go. I have already asked this before, but how long have you been doing 3D modeling? 8 years? 9? Like I started learning it at school around now 9 years ago. Another tip for you guys, if you're working in Unreal Engine with materials and stuff, always turn off sRGB on textures like this, like textures that has color, but the color doesn't provide any visual information. Kind of hard to explain. But just turn off sRGB on everything that's not a visual color, if that makes sense. And if it doesn't, I completely understand, because I'm freaking terrible. Anyways, where? There we go. Yeah. So let's just make a bunch of duplicates of this one. I'm gonna go and see you soon. I thank you for stopping by, Sauce, and I'll see you very soon. This is just really boring work. Do you bake the normals in 3ds Max as well? That depends on what kind of object I'm making. Like if I'm making something... I have done for some objects, but it's really dependent on how relevant they are. Like, not relevant, but how close the player is going to be to them, and if it's a really big object. If it's really big, I'm probably gonna fake a lot of stuff with normal maps, so then I'm baking normals out of a high poly mesh, but not all the time. And I haven't done it here like with this model. I have not done it, but I have done it in other models. That was a quick answer. Okay, so let's see here. So this is the first time we're seeing it in game. And first of all, definitely looking better than I imagined. Steel is gonna need some work. That's why they're good at 3D modeling. I'm okay. Like, I can make things look good. I do agree with that, but I'm really slow. I'm a very slow modeler. Oh, I'm lagging so much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close the Substance Painter for this one. Yeah, let's see here. It's not too bad. What about inside here? Steel looks too perfect. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely do agree. Almost looks like some steampunk style machine. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a very weird structure. Why not the CAD model or use Fusion? For what purpose exactly? Let's see if we can change up the steel material right in engine here. Also, the lighting here is really bright. Let's try to change to like early in the morning or something. model it to the dimensions from Blueprint. Yeah, I could do stuff like that, but to be honest, I was just using the model that I had made like a while ago. Okay, so we got some textures going off. Yeah, so I'm just using like the softwares I know properly how to use and making the best of it. I mean, from this angle, it doesn't look too bad. There's definitely like the steel needs more work for sure. Oh wow, that's a reset. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the character inside of it. So we're gonna run around inside. I love getting mods for Skyrim, but sometimes it's a pain when you don't play for a bit and then everything is out of whack. Yeah, for sure. So we're doing like a... You're playing through Skyrim again? It's been a while since I played that, actually. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, so as I said, the interior is a bit weird, and yeah, like the wooden stuff here is not properly aligned, but I don't think it's too bad. Can I even get up here? I'm gonna have to crouch up. I got a ton of graphical mods. I haven't touched it in a month or two, and now I have a ton of missing masters that I don't know how to properly fix. Oh, damn. Bro, I'm in love with your project, but I think there will be some copyright issues. Copyrights? No, I'm not infringing any copyrights here. Yeah, like historical events aren't copyrighted, at least not in that sense. So I'm good as long as I don't use anything specifically from the movie. Just like you can make games about World War II and yeah, like stuff like that, because it's a historical event. So I don't think it's gonna be an issue. I mean, some people might try to. I don't know. I don't think so. Hello, Blue Star Line. Hello. Welcome. I'm doing I'm doing very good actually. We just finished texturing this boarding thing. Well, it's not 100. It's not completely done. The interior needs a lot more work. Well, not a lot, but I definitely want to change the interior a bit and like the steel frame here. But other than that, it's a really good placeholder for the future. A great twist for the end of the game. The last motto of Titanic echoes from the deep to Jack's return. Big ups to you, bro. I love it. You're so good at what you're doing, no question. I'm a game developer. Well, first of all, thank you. A game developer myself, but I never motivation from a games. And how do you keep motivation? Oh, that's a big subject. The truth is, a lot of times I don't at all. Like this whole level is probably the last bit of work I did in this project, and this level has stayed the same now for almost 3 months, I believe. So I lost a lot of motivation for this project. Well, I didn't lose motivation, I just needed something else to do. So I started working on other projects. So I guess my biggest tip is try to do something different, something else, at least for a little while, and come back to the project. And if that doesn't work, you can also try to like just do it, like literally just do something, no matter what it is. If you need to change a texture, just change the texture. It's boring, you don't want to do it, but just do it, and after that maybe you'll get some motivation back. It has happened to me a lot of times where I just find a task that I need to do and I just do it, and when I'm done I kind of want to do a bit more. So I guess that's my biggest tip. Jack should return with a Lamborghini made out of wood, filled with shit that looks very much like Rose. Oh, that's gonna break her heart, poor thing. Tell me that there will be a Rose and Jack car moment. No, that would be copyright and infringement, because then I would be plainly copying their film. I can make Easter eggs of it, but not plainly copy it. And I also think there's 2 of this one, right? I'm not 100% sure where they placed it, but anyway. Good tips. I will join my game back. Get back to my game. Yeah, do that, man. Yeah, so we finally got that textured. That's been standing there untextured for a while. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it, like, call the stream right there. Because, I mean, it was slow. I'll be the first one to admit, but I'm always working slow when I'm streaming. It's definitely looking okay. Yeah, okay guys, I'm gonna call the stream right here. Thank you all so much for watching though. We had a good view number today. Start to entertain while working. Yeah, and I always keep getting stuck in these ramblings. So people ask me a question, I'm just rambling. Yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Sorry, one last question here. How much time do you spare to developing the game every week? Again, it depends on my motivation. So lately it has been not a whole lot, but I definitely got some of my motivation back, which is why I did this stream today. So I might look for some other small stuff I can do while I'm rewriting the game. And I may do some other streams today. I definitely want to do something special on Saturday, since that is the anniversary. So I definitely want to do something then. I'm not too sure what though. And I know Honor and Glory is doing a big stream, so I'm probably gonna get overlooked by them, but we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good